Hey guys, I'm Ashlyn, and I lived with my mom and 2 siblings in Atlanta. And I have superpowers. Hang on to see why. My mom was a famous businesswoman in the city. She was from a filthy rich family and considered herself royalty. She carried herself like a queen and made sure my siblings and I behaved that way too. From the way we spoke, dressed, or even our posture, everything needed to be perfect. But because of my superpower, I couldn't get anything right.
Mom, I'm sorry. I was just squeezing the ketchup. I didn't know how it ended up in your face. It's not my fault. He threw the ball at me first. He ducked and it shattered the window.
Yep, being the clumsiest person on earth was my superpower. Sometimes, I even felt if I was bubble wrapped and kept in a corner, I would still end up breaking things. My siblings used to bet on how many times I'd trip over myself or drop something. Like once at the dinner table, I got the hiccups and they started giggling. Just wait, she'll break the glass.
No, I think she'll break the glass and the jug.
And sure enough, my sister won. But in the process, Mom was drenched in water.
It's okay, Mom. It's just water. Let me help you dry this.
I'll bring a fan. Oh, the fan isn't here. Okay, that napkin will work. When I pulled the napkin, it dropped the candle stand on the table mat, and in seconds it started burning. I quickly put out the fire with the curry. Oh, phew. Hiccup's gone and the fire's out. All good now. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. Just stop it, Ashlyn. How could you be so careless? Every time you're around, it feels like a disaster is waiting to happen. Always finding ways to ruin everything in my life. Such bad luck. It's like you're a curse in my life.
But Mom, it's not like I did it on purpose.
Just get out and let me have my dinner in peace. And all of you are fired. Mom's words really hurt me every time. But thank God I had Annie, who was my nanny, but she was so much more to me. She tucked me in bed, told me stories, and hugged me. Things my mom never did. I shared everything with Annie, and when she saw me crying, she asked me what was wrong.
Annie, Mom's always angry with me. She doesn't like me. I don't know why things themselves fall even when I don't touch them.
Oh dear, don't cry. You know you have superpowers, so things just move around. It's not your fault. And don't worry about your mom. She loves you. Just be a little more careful. Yeah, I know. Annie tried her best to make me happy and told me how Mom was just overworked, but actually loved me loads. But Annie didn't know that years ago, I had found out the reason Mom resented me so much. It was because Dad had left her for a maid working at our place just 2 days after I was born. And since that day, Mom saw me as her bad luck. I tried not to let it get to me and focused on my studies, but I wasn't very good at that either. But still, I tried. I really wanted to win Mom's love because seeing her with my siblings made me feel like I wasn't even a part of the family. One time, when I was around 17 and on summer vacation, Mom had a launch party for her new business. Please, just spare me the embarrassment and stay in your room. Order pizza, watch MSA videos. Just don't ruin my party. Mom was always keeping me away from the fun things she did, and I was curious, so I decided it would be fun to just peek at the party. The moment I saw the guests dancing, I decided to join them, and it was then that I tripped and fell on a table. Mom was furious. Before she could even say something, Annie came running and started to clean the mess I had made. You ruined! Ma'am, I got it. Please, don't be angry at Ashlyn. Mom forced a smile, and I thought she'd let the matter go. But I couldn't have been more wrong. When I woke up the next morning, I learned from the other servants that Annie was fired. Mom could call me bad luck and whatnot all she wanted. But firing Annie? That was the limit. Mom, that's not fair. It was my mistake. Why did you fire Annie? She was the only one that cared about me in this big house of yours. What? She was just a maid. It was her job to take care of the house and you. I can't take it anymore. You're heartless. I won't live here a minute longer. You want to leave? Fine. One day out in the real world, you'll realize how much you take for granted. I want to see you try. You're not serious. In fact, I am. I left the house in a haze and found myself standing at Annie's door. When she saw me, she was worried and tried to send me back, saying how mad my mother would be. But I was determined, and eventually, she invited me into her small house. Have a seat. You must be hungry. I'll get you something to eat. Yeah, I'd like that. But as I sat on the chair, I ended up stuck. Just then, I heard a girl laugh. Bet you never used a chair like that before. No, I didn't. She helped me up and then introduced herself. She was Michaela, Annie's sister, and she was as nice and welcoming as Annie. I really liked their cozy home, even though the things were old and some were even broken. At night, I slept peacefully on the couch, which was far better than my luxurious mattress. But old habits die hard, and the next morning, when I told her I wanted an omelet with a fresh fruit smoothie and a pancake, hearing my words, she looked stunned. Your Highness, this is not your palace, and I'm not your servant. Serve yourself. I'm so sorry. I don't mean it. I can do it myself, but could you please tell me the thing that works like a grrr? What? I just forgot the name of the thing that was used for smoothies. Ah, a blender. Princess, here it is. She left me, and after watching a bunch of videos on how to cook an omelet, I couldn't make it and ended up burning my hand. Michaela came running when she heard me scream. Like, why did you even come here? The real world is a difficult place to survive. I don't know why you would give up such a chill lifestyle for this. Yeah, it might be kind of tough, but I'm confident I can work it out. She was kind enough that she made me breakfast and fed me herself. And in no time, we became friends. It had been several days, and although Mom was angry, I still hoped that my being gone would make her realize my worth. But she hadn't called me once, like I didn't exist to her. One day, when Michaela saw me sulk, she suggested we do something fun. I was totally up for it. We ate popsicles and cotton candy, which had previously been a big no for me, and even rode a bicycle. And it was just one more thing where I ended up with bruises all over my legs that I got by falling several times off the bike. A few days later, the summer vacations were over and Annie got me into Michaela's school so I could finish my final year of high school, since I didn't want to go to my previous one where I would have to face my siblings and even Mom when she'd come to drop them off. On my first day, everyone looked surprised to see me. I guess I might have overdressed. Ugh. Oh wow, Michaela, who is she? She looks so pretty. I love that fragrance she's wearing. All of them were really sweet, and everyone gathered around to chat with me. You have a Gucci bag? Is that a real one? No, thrift store. She bought it from there. You want to fit in or stick out like a sore thumb? Fit in? Good. So from tomorrow, don't dress like you're modeling. Michaela was right. I needed to blend in, so I bought new stuff for myself. Things were going well at school, like really well. I even made friends and started to do well in studies. One day, we were walking down the hallway and I noticed a poster for a speech competition with the topic self-esteem. Michaela suggested that I should participate. I decided to give it a shot since it would be the perfect opportunity for me to voice my ideas, something I couldn't do much around Mom. I worked hard for weeks on my speech, practicing in front of my friends. I was still nervous, but I was determined to do my best. On the day of the competition, I kept my eyes on Michaela and Annie as I stepped onto the stage. I was so relieved when I finished my speech, and I knew I had done a good job. The judges were impressed and announced that I was the winner. I was so shocked and excited. To my surprise, the guest of honor was the mayor, and he took a picture of me with the other winners. My picture was in the newspaper the next day. Just a few days later, as I was lost in the pages of my book, Michaela came running and told me how she'd seen my mom go to the principal's office. My heart raced with excitement as I thought maybe finally my mom was proud of me and had come to my school. But then I heard my mom's voice from down the hall yelling at the principal. I gave you permission to give her admission, but that didn't mean you could use my name to publicize your school. Putting her picture in the paper and mentioning she's my daughter was a publicity stunt, right? This school runs on my donations. Do you have any idea how humiliating that is? Mom, why are you saying this? I thought you'd be happy, but all you care about is your name? My mom just gave me a nasty look and walked away. At that moment, it finally sunk in that I'd never be enough for her. I was done trying to make her happy. I was done trying to be someone I wasn't. I went to school the next day like nothing had happened, like my heart wasn't breaking. Throughout the day, Michaela and my friends tried to cheer me up. She asked if I could come and watch them practice their cheerleading routine. I'm glad I did because she did a backflip and landed smoothly on her feet. It was amazing. OMG, I can't believe it. I did it. Yay, I did it! Oh, Ashlyn, girl, you are like my lucky charm. You know, I've been trying this routine since like forever, and I could never get it right. Today, you came and I nailed it. Awesome. Congratulations, Michaela. Hey, what happened? Why are you crying? I've been called bad luck my whole life. No one has ever called me their lucky charm. Luck isn't something you're born with. It's something you create. If you focus on the good things in life, you'll be lucky. I stayed with Michaela until we graduated. Then she got a scholarship to a big university while I applied to business school and got in. I was stoked and couldn't wait to start my journey of becoming a business professional. I was in my 3rd year of college when one day, Annie told me how Mom wanted to see me. The company was failing. What? After all these years, she remembers she has a daughter, only when her company is going into the ground? Forget it. But Annie said Mom was sick too and kept insisting I visit her. But I just didn't want to. A few days later, Annie asked me to accompany her for shopping, but she had another idea. And before I knew it, she had driven me straight to Mom's house, and I was so angry. I get why you're mad, but she's still your mom. I know she was mean to you, but Ashlyn, don't let the anger take over. You are better than her. Please do this. For me. Fine, I'm doing this just for you. When I stepped in the house, I couldn't believe my eyes. Mom was sitting in a chair and she looked so weak. The moment she saw me, she had tears in her eyes. It turned out that my brother and sister had both taken their shares of the company and left Mom. Ashlyn, is it you? I am so sorry. I was so wrong about you. I always treated you wrong, called you bad luck. Please, forgive me. I was such a bad mother to you. Mom, you don't have to say that. Please, let me. I was so wrong to blame everything on you. Can you forgive me? I don't know if I can right now, but I'll try, Mom. I'll really try. And I'll spend every day of my life trying to make it up for being like I was to you. Then Mom and I hugged. She apologized to Annie and thanked her for always supporting me. Mom told me everything about her business and I decided to help her. I spoke to her lawyer and got to know that to save the company, we would need a merger with some big company. I started working there day and night and bagged a meeting with a big company. On the day of the meeting, I was feeling confident and engaged in the discussion. Suddenly, I dropped the pen and it went rolling under the table. Why do I have to be so clumsy? Oops, I'm sorry. Silly me. It's like I have butterfingers. You know what? I'm gonna go. Come on. Happens to the best of us. We understand it's just part of being human. If it had been my mom, she would have screamed at me. After that, the meeting went awesome, and they told me they'd let me know about their decision. At home, I told Mom everything that had happened, including dropping the pen. She looked unhappy, but right when she was about to say something, the phone rang. Oh my God, we got it! We got the merger! I knew it. I knew you could do it. This calls for a party. Mom threw an awesome party by the poolside. Everyone was having fun until Mom got a call, and her face suddenly changed. I followed her inside the house and saw my brother and sister were there. What are you two doing? Get out now or I'll call security. You can't really own this house anymore, can you? It's impossible. You ruined the business. Oh God, did you trick Ashlyn into helping you? We'll tell her the truth. What truth could you possibly tell her? That you were never sick, Mom? That it was all an act to make me save your business? I knew all along. Mom's jaw dropped and my siblings were left speechless. You knew? But why did you still help? Because someone very important to me told me I'm a better person than you. I turned around with a newfound confidence and walked away, leaving Mom behind.